An intelligent person knows that words have weight. They don't just speak to be heard, they speak to be understood, to make an impact, or they don't speak at all. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." And that includes what others think of us, how they perceive our intelligence, our character, and our worth. That's why the truly wise remain calm, quiet, and calculated, not out of fear, but out of mastery. Not because they're holding back, but because they've learned some things are better off left unsaid. In the eyes of the Stoics, true intelligence isn't shown through flashy speeches, witty comebacks, or sounding like the smartest person in the room. It's shown in silence, restraint, and the things you refuse to say. Here are 10 things that an intelligent person will never say. Number 1, I already know that. This one sentence is the enemy of growth. The moment you say, I already know that, you've stopped listening, stopped learning, and started posturing. Smart people understand that even familiar knowledge can reveal new angles, deeper meaning, or truth once hidden in plain sight. Epictetus put it perfectly. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. True intelligence is open. It doesn't need to prove itself. It asks questions even when it knows the answer, because maybe there is something new to learn. The wise don't seek victory in conversation, they seek wisdom. Saying I already know that is often a reflex of the ego, a wall we build when we feel threatened. But a wise man isn't focused on being right. He's focused on getting it right. An intelligent person listens to ideas they've already heard because they know each repetition deepens your understanding. Number 2, it's not my fault. Blame is the shield of the weak, the language of the powerless. When something goes wrong, it's easy to point fingers, to shift responsibility. An intelligent person doesn't fear accountability. They embrace it. They don't waste energy avoiding blame. They focus on owning it. Because owning even a small part of the problem gives you power to shape its outcome. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He never blamed others, even as emperor surrounded by betrayal and war. Blame keeps you stuck. Responsibility sets you free. When you say, "It's my responsibility," even if it's not entirely your fault, you put yourself in the driver's seat. You learn, you adapt, and you grow. The smartest people in the room aren't looking to be right. They're looking to get better. That's not weakness. That's power. Epictetus taught that we can't always control what happens, but we can control how we respond. Blame is a form of surrender. It puts your life in someone else's hands. Saying "it's not my fault" may feel good for a moment, but it leaves you powerless. Intelligent people don't want to be off the hook. They want to be in control. And that starts by saying, what part of this is within my power? Number 3, that is just the way I am. This is the anthem of the stagnant. When someone says this, what they really mean is, I've stopped trying to grow. It's a subtle form of surrender, an excuse disguised as self-acceptance. The Stoics didn't believe in static identities. Smart people evolve. They challenge their habits, their beliefs, and even their personality traits. They understand that identity is not set in stone, don't see flaws as permanent. Change requires discomfort, and discomfort requires courage. Stoicism is built on the foundation of continuous inner transformation. Marcus Aurelius didn't say, "This is just who I am." He said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Number 4, that's impossible. The phrase is the silent killer of ambition. Every great achievement was once thought impossible, until someone chose to challenge it. The Stoics believed that our obstacles shape us. Smart people don't deny difficulty, but they never let difficulty define what is possible. They break things down, they problem solve, they ask better questions, because to them, impossibility is rarely a truth. It's just a lack of creativity, persistence, or patience. Number 5. I don't care. This one's tricky. There's a difference between detachment and disinterest. The first is strength. The second is surrender. On the surface, it sounds indifferent. But underneath, this phrase reveals emotional laziness. Often when people say, I don't care, they mean, I don't want to deal with this. They're hiding. Intelligent people choose where to place their energy, not by shutting everything out, but by filtering in only what aligns with their deeper values. They don't hide behind apathy. They lead with purpose. Number 6. I'm just being honest. This phrase is often used to justify cruelty disguised as truth. But honesty without empathy isn't intelligence, it's aggression. Words aren't neutral. It's how you wield them that defines your character. Intelligent people know that being honest doesn't give you a license to be brutal. It gives you an opportunity to be clear, kind, and constructive. There's a difference between honesty that elevates and honesty that humiliates. The Stoics believed that truth, like fire, must be handled carefully. It can warm, it can illuminate, but it can also burn down everything you're trying to build. Number 7. This is how everyone does it. This phrase is the anthem of mediocrity. It's the excuse people use to follow crowds instead of their conscience. Intelligent people don't care what everyone else is doing. They care about what's right. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane." Doing what everyone does may make you feel safe, but it often makes you small. Intelligence requires stepping out of that comfort zone and asking, is this path aligned with truth or just convenience? Number 8. That's not my problem. This is the language of indifference. Smart people don't live in isolation. They understand that we're all interconnected. Stoicism isn't about turning your back on others. It's about acting from inner strength rather than outer pressure. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, what injures the hive injures the bee. An intelligent person doesn't jump into every fire, but they also don't pretend the fire doesn't exist. They look for where they can help, where they can serve, and when it's appropriate to step up. They recognize that wisdom isn't just about thinking clearly, it's about acting responsibly. Number 9. I told you so. Few phrases are more corrosive to trust than I told you so. It might feel satisfying in the moment, but it erodes respect, damages relationships, and reveals ego. Smart people don't weaponize their foresight. They use it to protect, not punish. Seneca wrote, "You want to be admired, then begin by being admirable." Intelligent people understand that timing matters. They value being supportive more than being smug, so when they're proven right, they don't need to announce it. They let the results speak, and they keep their pride in check. Number 10. That's beneath me. This phrase is a red flag for arrogance. A smart person knows that no task is beneath them. Marcus Aurelius swept the floor in his palace. He wrote that, "Nothing happens to any man which he is not formed by nature to bear." The wise don't measure tasks by status. They measure them by effort, by character. Whether it's cleaning a room, making a tough call, or helping someone without reward, nothing is too small for a truly intelligent person. So here's the truth. The things we say reveal the things we believe. What you refuse to say reveals what you truly know. Smart people, truly wise individuals, speak from a place of clarity, humility, and self-awareness. They don't use their words to dominate, they use them to elevate. They don't cling to ego-preserving excuses. They embrace truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is, because in the end, it's not about sounding smart, it's about becoming better. And if you want to live a powerful life, start by paying attention to the words you never say, because silence, when guided by wisdom, isn't weakness. It's mastery.